Hey everybody, it's Brian. So I'm surfing around on the internet today and I'm looking to answer some questions and help some folks out. And I keep coming across the question, what is the difference between a PC and a Mac? Well, purely by definition, the difference between a PC and a Mac is a PC is a computer that runs Windows, right? Runs the Microsoft operating system, okay? A Mac is a computer made by Apple that runs OS X. Now, Apple computers are the only computers that run the Apple OS X operating system software. There are a lot of different brands of computers that run Windows, okay? But any computer that's running Windows would be considered a PC, and any computer made by Apple is going to be considered a Mac, and they run a different operating system. So purely by definition, that's the difference. What are some other differences? Macs are a lot more expensive. At least they can be. You can spend the kind of money on a PC that you would spend on a Mac, but most people won't. Macs are going to be more expensive. In my opinion, they're going to last longer. Macs are more virus resistant by their nature, and there's just not as many people out there making viruses for Macs because they're not as popular, right? 90% of the population, I think, still uses a PC. So Macs are going to be more resistant to viruses purely by the fact that there's fewer of them out there, and the way the software is designed, it's a little bit more impenetrable, but anybody can make something to get through if they really want to badly enough. But in my opinion, they're going to last longer because they don't get bogged down and gummed up with viruses and those sort of things. I personally feel like the Mac operating system is faster. If you take a brand new Mac and you take a brand new PC, the Mac is going to run circles around the PC. It's just my opinion. I have friends of mine that disagree with me, and that's okay. I don't tell them that they're wrong. I just say, by my observation, right? Hardcore gamers tend to like Macs. People that do video editing and music editing and things like that tend to like Macs. They tend to do well with multitasking and high processor saturation loads and that kind of thing. Networking is more difficult on a Mac than it is on a PC, quite frankly. And software integration can be more difficult on a Mac than a PC. But anymore, it's not as bad as it used to be. I mean, back in the day, if you bought a Mac, you literally had to rebuy everything you owned to work on a Mac. Today, because so much stuff is internet-based and almost every company makes a Mac version of their software, it's kind of a non-issue at this point. So really, I think the big differences are going to be how much do you want to spend and what are you really looking to get. I transitioned over everything I had from PC to Mac back in 2008, and I have been absolutely happy with everything. Everything I own now is Apple. I use it to run my business at home. I use it to do my video marketing and my online marketing and video editing and music and editing. I do some amateur music recording and stuff like that, and my Mac handles it all with no problems at all. So the really big differences are going to be what software is it operating, and price difference, performance difference, all that sort of thing. If I was in your shoes and I was trying to figure out what the difference was and which one I wanted to get or what I wanted to have in my home, I think I would just go play around on somebody's Mac. And if you're not familiar with them, you're probably familiar with PC already. Play around on somebody's Mac and get a feel for it and see if you like it. If you want to know more about the kind of business that I run on my Mac, you can click the link I put below the video. It'll take you to workingwithbrian.com, and I'll show you how I use my Mac to earn a living from home, sitting in my home office, right? But good luck in finding a computer and in discovering the differences between the Mac and the PC.